Oh, hey there. So oftentimes people comment on my shirts, and sometimes the internet comments on my shirts. Like, for example, this one got me banned from Etsy for life. I can't have an Etsy store for the rest of my life because of this shirt and another shirt that says communism. It'll work this time. Now, I guess the computers don't understand sarcasm. I don't really stand for that. But I've had several people that ask me about this shirt. And here's what it means. In 1973, abortion became legal in America, okay? And whatever your stand is on abortion, that's your business, okay? But I'm going to give you a couple facts that I think are interesting. Since then, and it's escalated, obviously, right now there's about 64 million abortions a year. And I think something like, if you were born after 1973, which, I was born in 1973, the year it became legal, 1 out of 3 people were killed by abortion. So that's why the abortion holocaust, because that's killed more people than all of our nation's wars combined. It is astronomical. In fact, somebody told me, and I think this was in 2012, they said that there are more abortions than there are live births, at least in New York. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way that's real. And I looked it up, and sure enough, there are. Not just more, not just like, oh, it's a little bit more, time and a half as many abortions as there are live births. That's a lot. That's a lot of abortions. And once again, however you feel about it, that's your business. But it is a holocaust. And I know there are people that are like, that's just a bunch of cells. My daughter said it perfectly. She said, you're just a bunch of cells. It's true, right? It's true. But the fact that we do this on such a large scale is at least requires, I think, a second look. I heard somebody else say abortion is child sacrifice. I'm like, it's not though. And then I started thinking about it, and they kind of explained their stance. I'm like, you might be right about this. Okay. They said a woman wants to have her life. She wants to have her career. She wants to have her money. She wants to have her freedom. She wants to have the man that she wants. And this baby is getting in the way of that. So she sacrifices that child so that she can have the things that she wants. And in that way, it really is a child sacrifice. And I mean, that goes all the way back to, demon worship, right? Like, they used to have orgies underneath trees. This is a common thing. And then the babies that were born from that, they would sacrifice to demons or false gods so that they would get better crops and, have abundance. And we're like, but we're not like that. And yet we kind of are. So however you feel about that, I'm just giving you some facts. I'm not trying to, I realize I'm a man, so I don't get any say in this, but those are things that I found to be shocking and interesting. So